What if I told you that spirit communication is the most natural thing you can experience? Well, it is. We live in a physical world, but our deepest connections, especially with those who've passed on, go far beyond this realm and into the next. In this video, you'll learn how to keep those precious relationships alive and strong with your loved ones in spirit. What you are about to learn challenges the old idea that only professional mediums can talk to the departed. Instead, we want to share a beautiful truth with you that every single one of us is a soul with natural intuitive abilities. This makes us the best mediums for our loved ones on the other side. And the amazing power of love? That's our strongest connection across the veil that no psychic medium can match. By understanding and nurturing your natural gifts, you can step into a truly transformative journey of continued connection, healing, and extraordinary spiritual growth. In this video, you will sometimes hear my husband, Alan, who transitioned in 2020, speaking. We've had ongoing contact since the day after Alan crossed over. Recently, I cloned Alan's voice and my own to weave them together to create this video. From the beginning, Alan had been intent on my having a recording of his voice. Shortly after he died, he came through to a client who lives in Singapore, asking her to send me a recording of one of the readings he had done for her. My husband didn't tell me what this was for at the time. I assumed he just wanted to show me that he was constantly talking about me to people because Alan seldom praised me to my face. His need to prove his love for me healed my grief. This was 2 years before the emergence of artificial intelligence. Just a few weeks ago, it became clear to me that there was another reason. Alan asked me to clone his voice because he wanted to be more active in our work together. You see, spirits, whether they are in a body or on the other side, can project their consciousness into technology, including an AI voice. Whether you accept this or not, we believe you'll feel the resonance of truth in the information we are about to share with you, and that's all that really matters in the end. Open your mind and listen with your heart. Now, let's get started. Here's a secret. You're already intuitive. It's a natural part of being human, and is deeply rooted in spiritual wisdom. This means that connecting with our loved ones across the veil isn't some rare, exclusive gift for a chosen few. It's a skill that everyone has. Think of it this way. Everyone has some psychic ability, and natural intuitive ability is a widely accepted idea. Even if we sometimes hide these sensitivities behind mistaken ideas of what being psychic should look like, this truth is a powerful game changer, making spirit communication more achievable for everyone. At the very core of this connection is the deep, unconditional love you share with those who have passed. They haven't gone anywhere, they're still here. This spiritual love isn't just an emotion, it's a profound, unwavering connection to the divine, to yourself, and to others. The immense peace, joy, and happiness you share are not limited by physical distance. From this perspective, love itself is an energetic frequency matcher for spirit communication. When you nurture this love and stay in a positive emotional state, you raise your vibration. This makes it easier to connect with high-frequency spirits, like your beloved family and friends. This focus on love as an active, energetic force explains why your personal bonds are often the most effective way to talk directly with spirit. Your loved ones are naturally drawn to you by this lasting affection and often prefer to connect directly rather than through someone else. The idea that these relationships continue is also supported by something called the continuing bonds theory. This theory recognizes that keeping an emotional relationship with someone who has passed is a healthy and natural part of transcending grief. It overrides outdated ideas that say you have to completely detach from a loved one who has transitioned. Instead, it validates the natural human desire to keep memories, traditions, and relationships alive. This ongoing connection isn't a roadblock to healing, it's a vital part of it, It offers comfort, reduces anxiety, and helps you find deeper meaning in life. The journey of nurturing these bonds is, in truth, one of self-discovery and spiritual growth, leading to deep healing and transformation as you forge a new relationship across the veil. Now, Alan will explain your psychic abilities so you can begin to understand how you perceive the non-physical world. Did you know we were born with these abilities? Yes, you are a natural-born psychic and a medium for those you love. You've simply forgotten.
Think of your psychic abilities not as supernatural, but as heightened versions of your natural senses. We often call them CLA Senses, and they're the main ways you receive intuitive information. Understanding these senses gives you a personalized map for spirit communication, helping you figure out and lean into your strongest intuitive pathways. There are 8 main CLA Senses. Clairvoyance, also known as clear seeing. This is when you see images, symbols, colors, or even full scenes, either in your mind's eye or sometimes as if they're right in front of you. Note, if you can recall a memory, then you've experienced clairvoyance, for that is exactly what it looks like. Clairaudience, also known as clear hearing, you receive psychic information through sound, like internal whispers, specific words, or even music. Clairsentience, also known as clear feeling. This is about sensing psychic information through physical sensations or gut feelings. It might show up as temperature changes, tingling, goosebumps, or just a general sense of someone being there. Claircognizance, also known as clear knowing. This is that undeniable, just knowing something is true, even if you don't know how you know it. The idea or message simply drops into your mind without any effort on your part. Clairempathy, also known as clear emotional feeling. This is the ability to pick up on and feel the emotions of others, including your loved ones in spirit, even when they're not physically present, for they are with you energetically and emotionally. Clairalience, also known as clear smelling. You might psychically smell specific scents connected to spirits, like their perfume, tobacco smoke, their favorite food or flowers, even when there's no physical source in your space. Clairgustance, also known as clear tasting. This is the ability to psychically perceive information, often in the form of a flavor or taste associated with a loved one's favorite food or drink. Clairtangency, also known as clear touching and psychometry. The ability to gain information about a person or object by touching it, often sensing their energy or history. Which of these senses feels most natural to you? Which ones have you experienced in your daily life? This helps you identify your natural receiving channels for spirit communication. Everyone's intuitive abilities are on a unique sliding scale, and the journey is about becoming more open to using it, rather than trying to force a specific clair to activate. This approach acknowledges that your psychic ability may be burdened by some unrealistic expectations about how it should manifest. Recognize that self-doubt and rigid ideas can create roadblocks to effective communication. By seeing the exploration of your clair senses as a continuous journey of self-discovery, you'll more easily let go of limiting beliefs and grow spiritually through practice and self-awareness.
When we talk about love in a spiritual sense, it's so much more than just emotions or romance. We're talking about an unconditional connection to the divine, to ourselves, and to everyone around us, bringing deep peace, joy, and happiness. Unconditional love never owns or controls someone. It embraces and accepts others exactly as they are and wants them to be free to choose the life and experiences they prefer. This is important for keeping a healthy, loving connection with our loved ones across the veil. This profound connection is a fundamental aspect of being human and a crucial component for spiritual growth and development. For the sake of our discussion, we'll call this soul love, for that indeed is the true definition of love in the afterlife. This elevated understanding of love directly supports the continuing bonds theory, which says that maintaining an emotional connection with the deceased is a healthy and natural process. Love is the enduring force that keeps these bonds alive long after physical life has passed. The desire of our loved ones in spirit to communicate stems from this unbreakable bond of love, a mutual longing that strengthens our energetic connection and facilitates direct communication. This focus on love, as the main reason a spirit wants to communicate, explains why personal connections are so powerful. This is why love naturally draws them to us and keep us connected. Moreover, their soul love helps us feel a sense of unity and connection, which can support us if we feel separated and isolated. The power of love to transform us is immense. The benefits of continuing bonds like comfort, finding new meaning, less anxiety, and personal growth are all tied to the love that keeps these connections alive. Actively nurturing this soul love through remembering, shared activities, and open communication directly helps us develop a new relationship with them in the highest and best way. Starting direct communication with your loved ones in spirit is a journey anyone can begin. Using simple techniques, these practices combine setting a clear intention with being open to receiving, allowing communication to flow naturally. Here are some key techniques. Just ask. Set a clear intention. Ask your loved ones in spirit to draw close and connect without trying to control how or when it happens. It's fine to ask for signs, visits in dreams, or simply for them to be present, but it's best to have no fixed expectations. This gives them the greatest leeway to connect in whatever way is easiest for them. Talk to them. Speaking out loud or even just in your mind to your loved ones as if they're right there with you is a powerful way to open up energetic pathways. Understand that speaking aloud gives more energy to your connection. The more you make this a habit, the easier the energy of connection between your world and theirs will flow. Channeling through writing. Journaling and writing letters provide a comforting way to share your thoughts, feelings, and questions, fostering a dialogue with those who have passed. Asking a question prompts a response. With consistent practice, this can even turn into automatic writing, where messages from spirit seem to flow right through your pen or keyboard. Quiet time and meditation. Finding a quiet, distraction-free space is crucial for becoming open to messages. Simple guided meditations, like imagining a peaceful meeting place with your loved one, help quiet your ego mind and allow you to enter a receptive heart space. Use the power of your imagination to create a space in which they can engage with you. This is not fantasy or wishful thinking. It's the opposite. You must use your imagination to build a bridge between the two worlds. When you visualize something, you create a space in which your loved one can enter to be with you. Create a special space to connect with them using meaningful items like candles, incense, plants, or photos of your loved ones can help set a clear, energetic intention for connection. It's essential to maintain clear intentions without attempting to control the outcome. Trust, patience, and openness are key, as communication might not happen exactly when or how you expect. The process works best when you personalize techniques based on your own intuitive strengths. For example, if you're strongly clairsentient, you might notice physical sensations more easily, while a clairaudient person might be better at hearing messages. Experimenting with different methods helps you discover what works best for your unique intuitive style, making successful connections more likely and building your belief in your own abilities.
Your loved ones in spirit communicate in countless ways, often through subtle and deeply personal signs. Recognizing these beautiful threads that weave the tapestry of our eternal bonds requires an open heart and mind. The messages from those across the veil often form a unique personal language, using shared memories, inside jokes, and specific things that only you would understand. This means that focusing on what feels uniquely meaningful to you, rather than looking for generic signs, will greatly increase your ability to recognize their presence.
Common types of signs include sensory experiences. This includes distinct smells or aromas, such as a specific perfume, tobacco smoke, a favorite food, or a flower scent that appear when there's no physical source. You might also feel physical sensations like changes in air pressure or temperature, tingling, goosebumps, or unexpected cold or warm breezes. Things you hear. This could be hearing voices such as whispers, distant sounds, or internal telepathic voices, or specific sounds you associate with your loved one, like a favorite song. Things you see. This can include seeing orbs or balls of light, sparkling or shimmering lights, movement out of the corner of your eye, or even partial or full spirit visits. These appearances often show the person looking healthy, vibrant, and younger than they did when they passed away. Electrical activity. Unexplained flickering lights, appliances turning on or off, radios changing stations, or phone calls where you hear a brief, distant message. Symbolic signs. The repeated appearance of specific animals, like butterflies, birds, or dragonflies, finding objects like feathers or coins, or seeing repeating numbers or number combinations related to special dates. Dreams. Experiencing vivid, real, and memorable visitation dreams that feel different from ordinary dreams. These often bring messages of peace, love, and reassurance. Lucid dreams are ones in which you know you are dreaming and can control the dream. Kids and pets. Children and pets, because they're often more open and have fewer preconceived ideas or limiting beliefs, are often more sensitive to spirit energy and might react to a spirit's presence. Out-of-body experiences. Though less common, some people report leaving their physical body to communicate in a space between worlds.
Interpreting these messages means trusting your own intuition, as all signs are personal. The feeling that comes with a sign, a sense of peace, warmth, or comfort, often tells you it's a genuine message. These occurrences aren't just isolated events, they're often part of an ongoing, evolving conversation. This shows that signs from loved ones are part of a continuous chat, reinforcing the continuing bonds theory. The more open and observant you become, the more this ongoing communication can unfold and deepen. That said, if signs seem to stop, it might mean your loved one wants to move on from just sending you signs and is encouraging you to develop your ability to be your own medium. If you feel a keen interest in this, it is likely that your higher self is guiding you to explore it. Let's talk about navigating the journey and handling doubts, fears, and skepticism. Stepping into direct spirit communication can naturally bring up feelings of fear, doubt, and skepticism. These emotions, while totally understandable, will block your connection. Any fear you feel doesn't just make communication hard, it stops it cold and can even create negative experiences because the fear you put out will manifest as fearful experiences. Therefore, having courage and feeling peace are crucial first steps for positive and effective spiritual communication. Common fears include worrying about negative entities, the unknown, what others might think, and doubting your own intuitive abilities. The truth is, the only demons are your own inner demons, which you must release. It's important to remember that your loved ones in spirit are motivated by love and want to bring you comfort and reassurance. Connecting with spirit should feel uplifting, never scary.
Now let's talk about discernment, or knowing what's what. Discernment is a vital skill for figuring out where a message is coming from and what kind of message it is. This is how you tell the difference between genuine spirit communication and your own thoughts or ego. This isn't a passive process. It's an active, multi-step evaluation. Good discernment acts like a filter, ensuring that communications are not only genuine, but also helpful, uplifting, and aligned with love and healing. This empowers you to take control of your experiences and protect your energetic space. Here are some experience-based ways to tell if a message is genuine. How does it feel? Does the message feel warm, positive, uplifting, peaceful, and comforting? Or does it make you feel scared, confused, anxious, or negative? Any negative message is not coming from your loved one or your higher self, but from your negative, fearful ego. Does it sound like them? Is the message consistent with their personality, values, and character? Although it's essential to note that they may sound more loving and caring than when they were in a physical body, as they no longer have a negative ego. Therefore, you can expect them to be more positive and supportive if they weren't before, for they have returned to being their true self. Does it lift you up? Does the message empower you, offer comfort and guidance, and encourage your personal growth? Or does it create dependence, fear, guilt, or negativity? If the latter, then this is not them but your own negative ego or unprocessed trauma. Is it personal? Does the message contain specific personal details, memories, or validations that only your loved one would know? Is it clear? Is the message clear, easy to understand, and does it make sense? Is it for the highest good? Does the message promote love, compassion, healing, and well-being for you and everyone involved? We encourage you to trust your intuition and gut feelings as your primary guides for authenticity. If you ever feel overwhelmed or unsure about a message, you might want to consult a trusted spiritual mentor. The development of intuitive abilities is an ongoing, lifelong journey, not a fixed state. Our psychic sensitivities will continue to be refined. Ongoing practices that enhance overall sensitivity and receptivity include channeling or daily meditation, mindfulness exercises, and cultivating self-awareness. This is a lifelong journey of becoming our true, authentic selves. Nurturing continuing bonds with loved ones in spirit is not merely a coping mechanism for loss. It leads to a profound personal transformation. This process can significantly reduce feelings of guilt and anxiety, shifting the focus from painful detachment to healthy re-engagement with life. It aligns with deeply held cultural and spiritual beliefs that embrace an ongoing connection with ancestors and loved ones. These ongoing bonds provide immense comfort and a sense of continuity in a changed world, fostering significant personal growth and leading to deeper insights into one's inner strength and resilience. This process can lead to a deeper appreciation for life, a renewed sense of purpose, and a lessening of the fear of one's own passing. The spiritual growth experienced through these connections is a reciprocal process. Our loved ones in spirit long for connection just as deeply as we do. When we open our hearts to them, it becomes a two-way path of healing. We're not just finding peace, we're helping them heal and grow too. Love doesn't end, it transforms, guiding both souls forward together. Grief isn't something we get over, it's something that transforms us. What begins as pain becomes a doorway to deeper purpose, and the connection with our loved one doesn't end, it evolves. Our relationship continues, just in a new, more spiritual form. The journey of direct spirit communication is a profound exploration of our innate psychic abilities and the enduring power of love. This video has outlined a framework for understanding and engaging in this transformative process, from recognizing one's intuitive senses and the unbreakable bonds of love to implementing practical communication techniques, interpreting signs, and navigating common challenges. Continuing relationships with loved ones after their physical passing is not only possible but profoundly beneficial for personal healing, spiritual growth, and finding deeper meaning and purpose in life. This work represents a significant departure from traditional grief models, shifting the focus from grief resolution as an endpoint to the concept of relationship transformation. Instead of merely moving on from loss, Individuals are empowered to transform the nature of their connection with loved ones in spirit, fostering an ongoing, evolving relationship that brings comfort and continuity. The path to direct spirit communication is an invitation to have unwavering self-trust in one's intuitive abilities and the power of love to keep us connected across the veil. This journey of connection is ongoing, ever expanding, and unique for each individual with no set timetable. Ultimately, the core message is this: love never ends, and neither does the profound connection with those we cherish, whether they are physically present or across the veil. While we inhabit a body in a different dimension, we are all consciousness, which means we can be together, right here, right now. Embracing this eternal dance of love and connection offers a pathway to sustained loving relationships and a richer understanding of existence. If you would like to learn how you can be your own medium, we invite you to join our program of the same name. You can find our Be Your Own Medium program on the school platform. The link is in the description box. Your loved ones are waiting for you.